Incel, a blend of involuntary celibate, a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. And it's strange, because it wasn't always like this. In the late 1990s, a Canadian woman named Alana coined the term incel for her website, Alana's Involuntary Celibacy Project. It was a support space for anyone of any background, whether it be men, women, gays, straights, all struggling with loneliness and dating. Quote from Alana, "I was trying to create a movement that was open to anybody and everybody." She meant it as a neutral, empathetic community, but after she stepped away around the year 2000, things shifted. By the mid-2000s, the term migrated to forums like 4chan's R9000 board. Here, it became male-dominated, with resentment building, concepts like Chad and Black Pill. In 2014, everything had changed. On May 23, 2014, Elliot Rodger had killed 6 people in Isla Vista. Before he acted out on his crime, he recorded his final video titled Retribution, while also leaving behind a manifesto. Quote, "All I ever wanted was to fit in, but I was cast out. All because the females were incapable of seeing the value in me." Just so you guys can have a little bit of an idea of like the tone he was trying to set, I will give you guys a little snippet of his video.
Girls gave their affection and sex and love to other men, but never to me. I'm 22 years old and I'm still a virgin.
One of his more famous quotes are from the beginning of his manifesto. "All of my suffering on this world has been at the hands of humanity, particularly women. It has made me realize just how brutal and twisted humanity is as a species. All I ever wanted was to fit in and live a happy life amongst humanity, but I was cast out and rejected, forced to endure an existence of loneliness and insignificance, all because the females of the human species were incapable of seeing the value in me." And even more quotes from his manifesto just show how entitled he really was. On page 117, Elliot writes, "Women should not have the right to choose who to mate and breed with. That choice should be made for them by civilized men of intelligence." Elliot Rodger even went on to play the victim, saying, "I am the true victim in all of this. I am the utmost victim. Humanity has rejected me. The females of the human species have never wanted to mate with me, so how could I possibly consider myself a part of humanity? Humanity has never accepted me among them, and now I know why. I am more than human. I am superior to them all. I am Elliot Rodger, magnificent, glorious, supreme, eminent, divine." He became Saint Elliot in some spaces, a hero for the quote-unquote incel rebellion. In November 2017, Reddit banned the r/incel subreddit, which had around 41,000 members, after updating its policies against content that encourages, glorifies, incites, or calls for violence. The sub had become infamous for misogynistic posts, like calling women the embodiment of evil, justifying rape, and glorifying Elliot Rodger. Watchdog groups such as the Incel Tiers documented extreme examples, and a Change.org petition helped push the ban. But the users did not disappear. They migrated. Successor subs like r/braincells popped up, which was banned in 2019 for similar reasons, but the core community moved to more independent forums, such as incels.is, which was originally incels.me, launched around 2018. This became the main hub for incels. It was less moderated and more toxic, with threads praising violence and black pill fatalism. It's still active today by avoiding bans via switching domains. This migration made the ideology harder to moderate and more echo-chambered, fueling radicalization. On April 23, 2018, 25-year-old Alec Minazian rented a van and deliberately rammed pedestrians in Toronto, Canada, killing 8 women and 10 men, and injuring 16. Minutes before, he posted on Facebook saying, "The incel rebellion has begun. We will overthrow all the Chads and Stacys. All hail the supreme gentleman, Elliot Rodger." In police interviews, Minazian admitted inspiration from Rodger, claiming he wanted to inspire more attacks. He was convicted in 2021 of 10 counts of first-degree murder and 16 attempted murders. His defense for autism was rejected. This was the deadliest incel-linked attack, classified by some as misogynistic terrorism. More attacks followed through 2018 leading into 2025. For example, Scott Byerly with his attack on a yoga studio in 2018, resulting in the death of 2 people. The 2021 Plymouth shooting that was done by Jake Davison in the UK, resulting in the death of 5. And more recently in July, an 18-year-old French man who identified as a member of the incel movement, was arrested and charged with suspicion of planning a knife attack targeting women. This was the first time in France's National Anti-Terrorist Prosecutor's Office handling a case that was linked to the incel movement as a potential terror plot. Overall, incel-related violence has caused dozens of deaths, and experts have been tracking it as a rising extremist threat. Going into the 2020s, black pill ideas went mainstream on TikTok with the looks-maxing trend, often under the guise of Sigma male edits. The TikTok algorithm pushed it to teens via the edits and memes and the glow-up videos. Hashtags like looksmaxing, mewing, black pill exploded with billions of views from 2023 leading into 2025. However, in 2018, femcells also emerged, appearing on subreddits such as r/truefemcells, which was banned in 2020. It was less violent and more inward focused. Quote, "Of all the horrible feelings, longing for a friendship, for a man, for anything, is one of the worst." They pink pill, believing beauty standards had doomed them, but they often empathized with rejecting men rather than hating them. The incel movement originated as a supportive space for lonely men and women in the late 1990s, but had unfortunately morphed into a deeply misogynistic subculture by the 2010s. The incel movement has profoundly shaped internet culture with the invention of terms like black pill, normalizing the nihilistic outlook on life and belief that your genetics doomed you, getting red-pilled or blue-pilled, the Chad/Stacy attractiveness archetype, and mogging, looks-maxing, mewing that caused obsession with beauty and standards. Escaping forums to become mainstream slang, TikTok trends with billions of views normalizing body dysmorphia and subtle misogyny among Gen Z, all while fueling meme evolution through Wojak variants. It amplified the broader manosphere's anti-feminist backlash, overlapping with alt-right pipelines and Sigma male irony, a reinforced echo chamber of toxicity that dehumanizes women and promotes entitlement to sex. Influencing dating discourse and gamer culture with harassment, jokes, and through real-world violence like the Toronto attack and ongoing plots, had sparked media scrutiny, platform crackdowns, and cultural awareness of young male loneliness and mental health crisis, ultimately turning niche despair into a viral ideology that cynically colors how millions meme about gender, attractiveness, and rejection today.